when I tell you the Sussex squad just did that again. Oh, baby. They did it with style, heart, and a little bit of, look what happens when you underestimate us energy. The royal establishment could never. The British tabloids could never. And those little troll accounts with anonymous flags and 12 followers definitely could never. So, let's talk about what's happening right now. The Sussex Squad, that global, unbothered, undefeatable online community that has been ride or die for Meghan and Harry since day one, they've gone and raised over $12,459 for World Central Kitchen to support victims of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Let's pause there for a second, because they didn't just meet their $5,000 goal. They crushed it, doubled it, exceeded it, like a royal scandal exceeding the palace's ability to cover it up. This fundraiser wasn't organised by a PR team or a palace staffer or a charity gala with tiaras and taxpayer-funded champagne. No. It was powered entirely by people, global supporters, fans and advocates who just get it. People who saw a need and decided, we're going to help. They didn't need headlines. They didn't need approval from some royal aide. They didn't need a photo op or a ribbon cutting. They just did it. And that, my friends, is what happens when you inspire genuine compassion instead of performative charity. Meghan and Harry built their entire philanthropic legacy on connection, on service, on impact, not pageantry, and their supporters have taken that message and turned it into action. This is what modern-day royalty actually looks like. Not castles, not crowns, but community. Now, let's get into this delicious irony. Because while Sussex supporters are out here raising money, feeding people, and literally helping rebuild lives after a natural disaster, certain corners of the British press are still camped outside Frogmore Cottage, wondering what Harry had for breakfast 3 months ago. Like, babes, priorities. While the Sussex squad is serving meals, y'all are serving meltdowns. Let's give credit where it's due. This partnership with World Central Kitchen, which, by the way, is one of the Sussex's long-standing charity partners, shows exactly why Meghan and Harry were ahead of the curve. Remember when they teamed up with WCK after those devastating hurricanes and floods in the Caribbean? Or when they funded community kitchens through Archewell to help people in need? That's real consistency. That's follow-through. And now their supporters are continuing that same mission, no palace required. Meanwhile, over in Windsor, they're probably wondering why the Spare and his American actress have managed to mobilise more global goodwill than the entire royal PR department combined. It's giving, how do they keep winning energy. It's giving, this wasn't in the royal handbook panic. Because the Sussex squad just proved that loyalty and love can move faster and do more good than centuries of inherited privilege. Let's really sit with that. $12,459 raised in no time by people across continents. That's not a fan base, that's a movement. They didn't wait for Meghan and Harry to tell them what to do. They didn't wait for palace approval. They saw a crisis and said, okay, squad, let's roll. That's power, that's impact, that's community-driven humanitarianism. The kind of thing that traditional institutions only dream of pulling off. And I'll say it, the Sussex squad has redefined what fandom even means. While other fandoms might trend hashtags for clout, this one trends them for change. They raise funds for charities around the world. They support women's shelters, children's hospitals, disaster relief, and social justice organisations, all in the name of compassion, empathy, and the values that Meghan and Harry actually stand for. The squad walks the talk. They don't just defend the Sussexes, they amplify their impact. And that's why the media just doesn't know what to do with them. Because how do you attack a group of people who keep showing up with receipts, donations, and compassion? You can't drag kindness. You can only expose your own bitterness trying. The British media machine has spent years trying to paint the Sussex supporters as some kind of shadowy cult. Oh, please. If being kind, generous, and organised offends you, maybe the problem isn't the Sussex squad, maybe it's your mirror. Because the reality is, these supporters are doing more measurable good in one fundraiser than certain royals do in an entire working year. Let's not forget, This isn't even the first time the Sussex Squad has shown out like this. From building wells in Africa, to contributing to women's shelters in the US, to donating books for children around the world, they've turned admiration into activism. It's what happens when inspiration becomes action. And the beauty of it, Meghan and Harry didn't ask them to. The squad took the initiative because they understand the mission. Meanwhile, the royal establishment is still trying to figure out how to make planting a tree look groundbreaking. Sweethearts, the Sussex Squad just raised 12 grand while you were polishing medals. Sit this one out. Let's also appreciate the symbolism here. World Central Kitchen, founded by chef Jose Andres, is all about feeding people in crisis. Meghan and Harry didn't just lend their name to that organisation. They partnered with them through Archewell to build community relief centres around the world. Now, their supporters are continuing that same legacy, raising funds for #Chefs for Jamaica to help people after Hurricane Melissa. That's not charity for show. That's service for humanity. It's about rolling up sleeves, not waving from balconies. And Jamaica. Oh, the poetic justice. After all the awkward Commonwealth drama and those cringe royal tours that felt more colonial cosplay than compassion, here come the Sussex supporters, quietly and powerfully showing what true solidarity looks like. Helping a nation not for optics, not for PR, but for people. It's the embodiment of what Meghan and Harry have been preaching all along. Service is universal. You can tell how powerful this moment is because the reaction online has been pure joy. The hashtag #SussexSquad is filled with people from all over the world celebrating how much was raised. You've got supporters from Kenya, Canada, Jamaica, the United Kingdom, the United States, the Caribbean, Nigeria, and Australia, all cheering for each other. It's this huge wave of global unity that honestly puts the Royal Commonwealth PR campaigns to shame. And I have to laugh, because the Sussex Squad didn't just raise money, they raised the standard. They reminded everyone that the power of people will always outshine the privilege of titles. The monarchy runs on ceremony, the squad runs on action, and it shows. So while the tabloids are writing their next 50 think pieces about Meghan's jam or Harry's haircut, the Sussex Squad is feeding hurricane victims. Who's really living up to service? It's not even a contest anymore. The squad has receipts, results, and real-world change to back it up. And the cherry on top? Every dollar raised goes directly to organisations with proven track records, not patronages where the royals smile once a year for photos. The squad's donations have immediate, measurable impact. That's how you modernise charity. That's how you build legacy. It's moments like these that remind everyone why Meghan and Harry were never the problem. They were the upgrade. They stepped away from the outdated system and built something that works, something that gives back. And the fact that their supporters are now doing the same, that's how you know their influence is real. The Sussex Squad doesn't need to shout about loyalty. They show it. Every time a tabloid lies, they respond with a donation. Every time a troll mocks Meghan, they uplift women's organisations. Every time a royal reporter sneers, they feed families. It's poetic, it's powerful, and honestly, it's brilliant. So here's to the Sussex Squad, the unstoppable, unshakable, compassionate force that just keeps proving that kindness is the real crown. You've taken Meghan and Harry's message of service and turned it into a worldwide movement. The impact speaks louder than any royal title ever could. And if the palace, the press, or the haters are watching, take notes, because this is what modern influence looks like. It's global, it's grassroots, it's generous, it's Sussex-powered. The squad isn't just defending Meghan and Harry, they're redefining what it means to serve. And that's the kind of legacy that lasts forever.